The night sky exploded into fire as the first Iranian drone screamed over our base, its mechanical wail slicing through the desert silence. I was an Israeli soldier, trained for war, but nothing prepared me for the moment death rained down from above. My heart thundered as I scrambled for cover, the ground shaking beneath me, shrapnel tearing through the air like a storm of razors. This is how it ends, I thought, my breath catching in my throat. Yet here I am, telling you this story. How did I survive a relentless drone swarm that turned our outpost into a burning wasteland? What choices kept me alive when chaos swallowed everything else? The truth lies in a night of fear, instinct, and a secret I wasn't supposed to uncover. Stay with me. This story is darker than you think, and the answers aren't what they seem. I was stationed at a remote IDF outpost in the Negev Desert, a fortress of concrete and steel surrounded by endless sand and jagged hills. It was late 2025, and tensions with Iran had reached a boiling point. Whispers of proxy wars and drone strikes filled our briefings. My role was signals intelligence, monitoring enemy chatter, my headset a lifeline to the outside world. At 23, I was young, battle-hardened from 2 years of service, thinking I could handle anything. The base buzzed with activity, tanks rolling out, drones of our own patrolling the skies, soldiers joking to mask their nerves. That night I was in the comms room, the hum of servers my only company, when the air felt wrong, heavy, expectant. My friend Avi, a sniper, stopped by, tossing me a protein bar. "Quiet night, eh?" he grinned. But something was off. Why were the officers so tense? What weren't they telling us? Then the alarm screamed, and hell broke loose. The sirens pierced the night, a shrieking warning that sent my pulse racing. "Incoming drones!" crackled over the radio, and my stomach lurched. I ripped off my headset, grabbing my vest and rifle as I sprinted toward the nearest bunker. Outside, the base was chaos. Soldiers running, floodlights sweeping the sky, the air thick with shouts and the roar of engines. Avi was behind me, his boots pounding the dirt. Then I heard it. A high-pitched buzz, like a swarm of hornets growing. Louder, Iranian drones, loaded with explosives, locked onto us. My training screamed, "Get to cover. Stay low, survive." But where do you hide when the enemy is in the sky? We dove into a concrete bunker, the metal door slamming shut. Inside it was dark, the air stale with fear. Soldiers packed in tight, their breaths ragged. "How many are out there?" Avi whispered. I didn't know. Nobody did. The first explosion hit, a deafening roar that shook the ground. Dust fell from the ceiling, coating my face as I pressed against the wall. My ears rang, my hands trembling on my rifle. Another blast, closer, sent a wave of heat through the bunker's vents. I pictured the drones, sleek, deadly, their cameras scanning for us. Were they targeting the ammo depot, the command center, or just us, trapped like animals? How did they get past our defenses? Our base had Iron Dome, anti-drone jammers. Why weren't they working? Avi's eyes met mine, wide with fear. "We're okay, right?" he asked. I nodded, but it was a lie. The ground shook again, and I heard screams. Outside, human, raw, cut off too soon. A new sound broke through, a low, rhythmic thud, like a heartbeat of destruction. Cluster bombs, guided missiles. I didn't know, but each thud meant more of our base was gone. My mind raced to my family in Haifa, my sister's voice on our last call. "Come home safe, Yair." Had I promised her too much? The bunker felt smaller, the walls closing in. Someone was muttering a prayer, their voice shaking. I wanted to move, to fight, but we were pinned. Why was our air support silent? Where were our own drones, our jets? The questions burned, but the answers were out there in the fire and smoke. Another explosion rocked us, and I braced for the end. The blasts kept coming, relentless, each one a hammer to my nerves. The bunker groaned, cracks spiderwebbing the concrete. My chest was tight, every breath a fight against dust and panic. Avi clutched his rifle, whispering about his girlfriend back home, as if talking kept him alive. I wanted to scream at him to focus, but my own fear choked me. My radio was dead, just static, mocking me. Why were comms down? Our base was a hub of tech. Encrypted lines, satellite uplinks. Had the drones jammed us? Or was it sabotage? The thought hit like a bullet, but I shoved it aside. Survive first, think later. Through the bunker's slits, I saw flames devouring the vehicle bay, Humvees reduced to burning husks. The drones weren't just precise, they were surgical, hitting every vital point. I remembered briefings about Iran's drone swarms, cheap, networked, unstoppable in numbers. But this was no simulation. This was real. How did they know our layout? I thought of the intel officers, their cryptic warnings about threats. Had they missed something or hidden it? Another blast shook the bunker, and a soldier cried out, clutching a bleeding arm. Shrapnel had slipped through the vents. My stomach twisted. Who else was out there, dying? "We can't stay here," Avi hissed, his voice low but urgent. "They'll bury us." He was right. Staying was death, but moving was worse. The command center was across the base, a half-mile of open ground under drone-filled skies. Could we make it? My mind raced, picturing the medbay, the barracks. Were they gone? Then I heard it, a faint rhythmic beep coming from inside the bunker. My blood ran cold. What was that? I swung my flashlight, spotting a small black device in the corner, its red light pulsing. Was it ours? Or something planted to guide the drones? The beeping quickened, and fear gripped me. Was this the end? The beeping was a knife in my chest, each pulse louder, faster, like a countdown to doom. "What is that thing?" Avi whispered, his voice trembling. I crawled toward it, my flashlight shaking in my hand. The device was sleek, no markings, no IDF logo, not ours. How did it get here? Our base was a fortress, every inch guarded, every delivery scanned. Had someone betrayed us? The idea was unthinkable, but the evidence was blinking in front of me. The bunker felt like a trap, the walls pressing in. Another explosion rocked us closer, the air thick with smoke. I pictured the drones circling, their sensors locked on this device. Were we the target now? I reached for the device, my fingers hovering. What if it's a bomb? My training was useless. No manual covered this. Disarm it, smash it, run. I looked at Avi, his face pale, waiting for me to act. Why me? I was just a signals guy, not a hero. The beeping was frantic now, matching my heartbeat. Who planted this? I thought of the new tech crew, their late-night deliveries, the officers' hushed meetings. Had we been sold out? Curiosity gnawed at me, but survival was all that mattered. I grabbed the device, my hands slick with sweat. "Cover the door," I told Avi, my voice steadier than I felt. He nodded, aiming his rifle. I smashed the device against the wall, praying it wouldn't explode. The beeping stopped, the light fading. Silence. Then a new sound, a shift in the drone's hum, like they were veering away. Had I stopped them, or triggered something worse? The other soldiers stared, their eyes full of questions. What had I done? The bunker was still, but outside the chaos raged on. Were we safe, or had I just delayed the inevitable?